Joey,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about what's gonna happen to you.
The newest released horror film, Abigail, seems to be a hit among critics and fans for good reason. This movie was great. It was so fun. It was unexpectedly hilarious. When I saw the trailers, it did look ridiculous to me, and it looked like my kind of horror movie, so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely watching this. And then I found out it was directed by the Scream 5 and 6 guys, the guys that did Ready or Not. And these dudes are just incredible filmmakers. They know how to make a good horror movie. Speaking of Scream 5 and Scream 6, these guys really do love Melissa Barrera. She's the lead in Scream 5 and Scream 6. She's the lead in this movie, other than Abigail, who is the title character. And I will say, she is great in this movie. I think she is so much better in this film than she is in Scream 5 and Scream 6. I think Sam is probably the weakest part of those movies, but here her character Joey, she's probably the strongest part of it. Joey and Frank are the two characters that stand out to me the most. Other than Abigail herself, of course, they are two great characters and they really drive the narrative of this movie forward, and they're just interesting individuals amongst themselves. I do like that every character in this movie has a backstory. No matter how brief it may be, you get at least something from everyone, so you kind of know each of them as people. I think this movie knew what it wanted to be and it just stuck with it. It's a funny, but at the same time, sometimes scary horror movie. It's a lot like Ready or Not in that way. You can definitely tell the same guys made both movies. If you're a fan of Ready or Not, I would highly, highly recommend Abigail. I think I prefer Abigail to Ready or Not, and I'm not a huge vampire fan. Like, vampires are fine. They don't really get me excited, though. And I like Samara Weaving as an actress more than any actor or actress that's in this film, but just as a movie, I definitely prefer Abigail over Ready or Not. And I think that partly may speak to just how far these guys have come as filmmakers. They know their audience, they know their demographic, they know what their fans are going to want, and this is right up anyone who enjoyed Scream 5, Scream 6, or Ready or Not's alley. It never gets as intense as a Scream 6 does, but it still stays a horror movie. It never really goes over into the lane of a horror comedy, although there are genuinely funny moments in it. It just feels like a very human horror movie. And that's kind of a hard thing to do when the gore in this film is so over the top. There's a lot of moments that are really, really over the top, but at the same time, it's a vampire movie. So, of course, it's not going to be realistic. And these guys just embrace that so well. It somehow feels both cheesy but real at the same time, and not just any filmmaker can balance the tone of that. But these guys managed to pull it off, and if you are a horror fan, I would highly recommend the movie. I recommend you go check it out. If you're a fan of these directors' body of work, I would highly recommend it as well. And if you're just looking for a fun movie, I would recommend. Abigail, if I were to give it a grade, I'll go letter grade. I would give it a solid B, pretty close to being a B plus, but it's exactly what it needed to be in every way, and I definitely see myself rewatching it sometime in the future. As a horror movie, it definitely delivered, and I am extremely happy that I decided to see this thing in theaters. I only really saw it because it was directed by these guys, and I love their work, and also because it had been so long since I had seen a horror movie in the theater. The last one I saw was Thanksgiving, so yeah, like 6 months. And this just scratched that itch I so desperately needed. If you've seen Abigail, let me know what you think about the film down in the comments below. Let's keep it spoiler free for anyone who hasn't seen the film. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.